I'm Carr. This is Carr Parts. You get it, right? Carr Parts is dedicated to builders, the parts they're using, and the tips and tricks that they're willing to share. Now, in our previous episode, we talked with Keenan all about getting your car ready to head down the drag strip, and he was right on the money. Appreciate that, Keenan. Next up, we the North. It's Matteo, and he's going to talk to us about braking. Matteo?
Hey everyone, my name is Matteo Medoro from SEMA Motorsports, and today I'm going to be showing you how to check and maintain the brakes on your vehicle. This here is my 1947 Dodge truck. It's got huge wheels and it weighs a ton. So you definitely want to make sure your brakes are working properly in order to stop safely on the road. Let's get into it. We're back here at the truck, and what we got to do to access the brakes is jack it up, and then for safety you got to put a jack stand underneath. So you already have it jacked up here. I'm not going to be crawling underneath because I'm just going to take the wheel off. It's much easier to access your brakes. And you want to look at your brake pads and make sure you have about 50% or more, because once they get below that 50% mark, you really want to make sure you switch them out, because you need to stop, definitely. And this truck here weighs a ton, so you want to make sure they're working properly. Then another thing you can do is take some brake clean and make sure your discs are free of oil and grease, because that'll also help with stopping. So just take brake cleaner, spray it in there. And this will just make sure there's no oil and grease on there, and the brakes will work properly. So now that we got the brake disc cleaned with brake clean, we checked that our pads are still good. You can also check and make sure that a couple of bolts and stuff are still tight under here, because the road will loosen up bolts if they're riding for a long time. Then you also have a couple grease points if you have 4x4 and not 4x4. They both have them. So you can make sure your grease points are all greased up, and then you also want to check your brake lines, make sure they're not kinked or damaged. So now we got our lug nuts all torqued, wheels back together, everything's good to go. Now you're ready to tow, cruise, burn out, whatever you want. And you know that your wheels aren't going to fall off and your brakes are going to work. So my name is Matteo Medoro from SEMA Motorsports, and that's how you maintain your brakes.
So that's it. Now the second episode is in the books. But to turn this into a series, we need more clips. That's where you come in. If you want to share the parts you're using or a tip or a trick with us, we would love that. Just send your video link to this email address right here. This one. No, send us a clip. Do it. Because without your clips, we don't have a show. And until next episode, keep building.